October 19, 3:27 PM, Wright and Co. Law offices. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad, I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So what happened? Well, I think I've got a pretty good idea who did it. Now all I need is a motive. And proof. Wow, good going, Nick. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system, they decided to speed the whole process up. So under that system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Can we speak to you, Maya? I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, you kind of forgot, Phoenix, she wasn't actually there. But Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. Director's alibi. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh? Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Any ideas? Or have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia is here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? WP? Powers, right. Alright, let's go do that. Go to detention center. Okay, detention center visitors room. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick, you must have really wowed them in there. And could you wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes. But there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Can we talk to him? Producer Vasquez. Could you tell me more about Miss Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Well, ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. Oops. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Tell me the rumors, Director Manila. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manila? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director. There's something in his work called Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. And everyone knows the name Sal Manila. I hear he's pretty much at her beck and call though. Whenever she says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. Mr. Hammer. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. Was he a big star? He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth? Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago? represent anything. Don't think we can, but let's go to the studio. Hey, it's old bag. Global Studios main gate. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick? I think her guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station if we wanted. You eat, you die. Love it. Phew, she's alive. That's great. Yeah. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her, so she always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Salmonella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Ew. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, it doesn't, Maya. About Mr. Hammer. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer. You dragged his star down from the sky and stomped on it, calling him a criminal, a thief. I won't forget this. Oh, she's really pissed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. There's always something. Don't think there is anything that we can, show. Studio 1 entrance. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2? Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him. Like the director or the producer? Can we examine this? The mascot of Global Studios. Apparently its name is Mr. Monkey. It's Mrs. Monkey, actually. Oh god. The whole Mrs. Monkey thing. Ah, it's the pretty lady. Studio 2 entrance. Hi, Dee. Hey, Nick. It's Miss Vasquez. Hello? 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 Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. Bitch. That's all she had to say, apparently. Excuse me. Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me. I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really taking me off. Oh dear. Will? Mr. Powers wasn't the killer. You don't have to cancel the Steel Samurai. I think I'm tired of the Steel Samurai. You did it! Nick, she did it. She's the killer. My face, my fey blood speaks to me. I know it, I know it. Oh dear. I was wondering if you could tell me about Mr. Manila. If you must talk about that man, perhaps you could talk about it in the trailer. By yourselves. Oh dear. What can we do to get your attention? A light fan for moving stuff and equipment around. They've kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge, Nick? Got my driver's license last week. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. These? This is where Salmonella and Dee Vasquez ate. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too? Where's the bone? Something wrong? I don't know. I'm getting this funny feeling. Something about this just feels odd, you know? Can't say that I do. There's no bone. Where are the bones? Can we present anything? Guess we just leave. Studio main gate, Studio 2 main gate. Present this, I guess. Miss Oldbag, what do you think of this? Think? I'm not in the mood for thinking, thank you very much. Fair enough. Looks like a studio van. They probably use it to carry around film equipment. Oh, employee area. Forgot about this. Employee area. Guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just one time. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later. I guess. This is where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around. Yeah! No, no, no! No touching! Hi, Gumshoe. Yee! Oh, sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you. Didn't mean? I almost had a heart attack. I guess I could be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me. Dramatique indeed. Dramatique? Anyway, I'm here to examine the plate on that table. Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills? Yeah, pal. Traces thereof. Nice to see you. So you're looking for traces of the sleeping pills. How? For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct. But I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there are traces, it'll change colour. Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for? Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed colour, alright. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it. Damn. On it are traces of sleeping pills and a large bone. The investigation. How goes your investigation? To tell the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers. And some people think we should switch suspects. What do you think, Detective Gumshoe? Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. Feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though. What about Edgy? How is Edgeworth doing, by the way? Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and he crushed his paper cup with hot coffee in it. Oh my god. Whoa. Talk about burns, pal. You just see him in the courtroom just going, objection, objection. Just a sword in hand, covered in bandages. Objection, oh, objection. Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups. Bottle? What? Say, whatever happened with that empty bottle? Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle. So that means he did it. Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim. So I was right. Yes, you were. Alright, can we examine that? The remains of the employees' lunch are scattered around. Everyone was probably too shocked to clean up. There's a T-bone on one of the plates, minus the steak. Oh, maybe we could, let's go in here and see. Oh! Penny. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But... this week is the last episode of Still Samurai. What? No! That sucks. I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer? Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Still Samurai costume too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Excuse my boy. You guys done? Just ignore him. Oh? I guess the rumor must be true then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything she said, apparently. Ooh. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they were filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using a new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set then? But what do you mean the last Still Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Still Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. That's messed up. Studio policy. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Still Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet. You understand? How can they just do that? What about all the kids who love the Still Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new hero to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. Oh yeah. And this is... a fan collected all of these photographs. The kids loved the Still Samurai. The show shouldn't be cancelled just so some adults can save face. I would think you would understand that better than anyone. Plus, you know, you kind of collect the trading cards, so you would, you know, speak up. You're right. Okay. But what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Please? Okay. Tell me. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently 5 years ago someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer Miss Vasquez managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer. And that's why Mr. Hammer would do anything Miss Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Miss Oldbag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks, we'll try asking her. If she'll talk. Alright. We have something. I'm so sorry about my dogs barking, by the way. Let's go, let's go. What, are you still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance. 5 years ago. I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Uh-oh. Who told? Who did you hear that from? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols, Nick. Penny Nichols. That assistant we talked to. Oh, right. Phoenix, you ask so many questions. You're always just like, huh? What? Huh? Hmm? Like, dude. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers! Dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed no less. I suppose you think it's this fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume. You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I do have proof. I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Yeah, the sleeping pills. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. Well, what does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes. So? This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. Gotta. I see. Poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Miss Oldbag, you're right. 5 years ago there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. Holy crap. That was the beginning. After that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. Damn, Vasquez, you bad bitch. my god, I'm slightly scared of her now. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag? Here, take this. A photograph? Ooh. I was right about that. Well, not exactly right, but I was like, it's tilted rather than like the others. Is that Dee Vasquez? Why she looks so different without her scarf? Wait a second. Excuse me. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with a bad guy on the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. Yikes. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't feel much like talking about it. I understand. Jesus. Shows an accident involving Jack Hammer. I'm already losing my voice. 5-year-old photo added to the court record. Alright. I think now we can get Dee talking by showing her that very photo. So now she must speak to us now. Alright. Boom. Talk. She's not even looking. Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Miss Old Bag, Nick. See what I mean with the way you ask questions? Like, come on, dude, you can't be that thick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger, don't you think? The wind. Your conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick? She went inside the trailer. Oh boy. When Oldbag mentioned the whole mafia thing, oh dear. You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Why is she so eager to talk all of a sudden? What do you think? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kids shows for petty change. Huh. So I'm a blackmailer now. Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh? I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour at its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me? What is this all about? You keep saying accident. Accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think. What would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it? On purpose? Oh. Oh. That is what I mean. Oh, she angry. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Huh. Just think. Would he have let me run his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, believe you me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh. Well, she was a big fan of Hammer, as you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hands, she did. Gave him a few bruises too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy, but he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one you hold. Oh god, why's the music stopped? Give it to me. Now. What? This is valuable evidence. Boys? Oh no. Oh no. Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? No. What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why should Dee Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! She could literally get like jail time for that. Hold it right there. Yes. Gumshoe to the rescue. I heard everything, pal. Dee Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now. Oh yes. Huh. Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it. Jesus, lady. Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing. Detective Gumshoe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared. Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job. Detective Gumshoe? Sorry, it's just... I've wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Aww. Hugs for Gumshoe. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon. Thank you. Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? Dee Vasquez. Aww. I liked you as well, but you were gonna kill us. Okay. We're gonna get on with the courtroom. But first, we are gonna take a bit of a voice break. So, see you at the courtroom. October 20th, 10 AM, District Court, courtroom number 4. Let's do it. Edgy, how's your red hand? Yeah. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Ow, ow. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement. And that is the last time that I'm doing the judge voice. I am so sorry, guys. He knackers my voice out completely, and I hate that. But if I ever feel up to doing it again in future, maybe I will. But for now, I want my voice to heal, if that's okay. So, the judge's voice is going to end here. Not permanently, but you never know. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. Wonder why. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, it feels weird. The prosecution calls Miss Dee Vasquez to the stand. Miss Dee Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Let's go. Will the witness state her name and occupation? Dee Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer in Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes. It's her attitude that gets me, I love it. I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Ooh. Oof. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Jesus. Okay, the day of the murder. I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the meeting. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Mr. Hermer's body later when we all went to Studio 1. That's all. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. I see. Very well, Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's not mess up. I entered the trailer, a little before noon, okay. By yourself? Yes. And you didn't stop in at the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. The meeting began at 12 sharp. It ended at 4. Okay. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on. Let's talk a bit more about that. Ow! My hand. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Ouch! Stop interrupting the testimony. Alright. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. Yeah. And please stop banging on. I love her so much. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. You just got told. There was a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1, okay? I love that. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering? No. No. The meeting ended at 4, and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on, all you did was stare and state the obvious, Edgeworth. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. Okay. Why were you? Hold on. You had Sal take you? What does that mean? It means what I just said. I had Sal take me in Studio 2 van. Oh, alright. You could ask why she was fatigued. At 2:30 we took a 15 break in the meeting, okay. And what were you doing during that time? Don't hit your desk. It irritates me. Yeah, Mr. Wright. Oops. Oh, for God's sake. Jesus Christ. You stupid bitch. That's what she's thinking in her head. She's like, these men, I swear to God. It was a 15-minute break. I love it. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal. No, I mean someone else. One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak. Well, Nick, find anything? Kinda wish she said a little more. It's hard. I think she's pretty used to being the boss. But I'm sure you'll find some kind of contradiction in what she said, somewhere. Okay, so T-bone steaks. Found in the employee area. And a large bone. Maybe we present that? Yes! Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not. Well, what's this now, Mr. Wright? Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table in the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manila ate at a table outside the trailer. And there's no bones. Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Oh God. Miss Vasquez? Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You ate the bone too. She really enjoyed that steak. She thought, you know what? Bone too. You ate a boneless steak or you didn't eat the steak. You didn't eat any steak during that break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere. Like that incinerator. I see. Then what was Miss Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? Meeting the Steel Samurai or picking on Salmonella. She was meeting the Steel Samurai. She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. As Miss Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak, she ran into the Steel Samurai. And then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Oof. But how? Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Ooh. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's go. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you could. You couldn't you? I don't know. I don't think she could have. I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh. You see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning? The samurai spear was not the murder weapon. It was the fence. What? What is the meaning of this? The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. It was this, cause... How else would he have been impaled? Wrong, Mr. Wright. But I haven't said anything yet. I know you well enough by now to know when you're going to present the wrong evidence. I can sense it too with my fey blood. Okay, so I picked the wrong evidence. Enough with all the sensing. Right, okay, here's the real evidence, Your Honor. What? I can prove the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. I think it might have been this. I don't know why, but we'll see. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that this spear broke during the morning action scene run-through, but someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who was wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Oh, okay, you do have a point. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testing fire here, and I will be heard. Excuse me. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? Oh, are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Yeah. Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence can sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. It has to be this, please. Yes! Look at this photo. Oof. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Yeah. Oh, order! Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is the photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth. You still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo. See how the fence post pierced him through the chest. What? Are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Happened again. Yeah. Has happened again. Oh my god, her face, she looks so pretty. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 PM on the day of the murder. Miss Dee Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs onto the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died in the same way that caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Oh, very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright. Let's say, for the sake of the argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say. Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned to the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting at the trailer lasted 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time. Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? She couldn't deal with it. I bet she could move it. She had another way. What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then. Mr. Wright, please show us how she carried the body. The van. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? So I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, Wright. Don't forget it was Sal Manila that drove the van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manila was a conspirator? Of course he was. Of course Sal Manila had to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Ms. Vasquez could have done that alone. Exactly. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? Hold on a minute. Nah, don't believe her. So, what happens next? Don't... Me? Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that? I just said that. But wait, so you mean... Dee Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits. And the result of that battle? You proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right. But that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? What? Woof. Order! Mr. Edgeworth, your faults? The judge voice is calling back. Of course, it's as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely she did it, but there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? You did it, Vasquez. Testify again, Vasquez. Testify again. I'd like you to testify again. Testify again? Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You'd ask the same questions, get the same answers. A waste of time. Damn! To come so far only to fail. Wow. As it seems, there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness Dee Vasquez with Miss Vasquez. Oh? Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Oh god, I love you, Edgeworth. I see. Very well, he's back. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again. You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Miss Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yes, indeed, verily, I say, go. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. Thank you, Edgeworth. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. Nick! Why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realised she did it too. But... Wasn't he the one that said he always gets a guilty verdict? After all that? Edgeworth probably had a change of heart. Someone may have... he may have, realised... You know what, yeah, this is kind of sus. After finding the body. I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady Oldbag was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it." I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Then I went home. And that's it. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need and twist the truth out of her, Nick. Right. Let's go. Was with Sal and Oldbag's security lady when we found the body, okay? What time was that? We were to meet at 5 for the rehearsal, so I'd say it was then. When exactly did you and Mr. Manila arrive at the studio? About 10 minutes before. I wasn't stuffing anybody's into costumes, mind you. Press harder. Where were the other employees when you got to the studio? They weren't there yet. Well, then you could have put Hammer in that costume with Salmonella's help. Oh, what did I just say? Did I not just say I wasn't stuffing anybody's into any costumes? You should try to listen to what people are saying, boy. Boy? Boy. The witness will continue her testimony. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent, okay? Just press everything. Mr. Powers was taking a nap, correct? So he says. Did no one go to call him? Remember. Remember what? There was a dead body lying in front of us, yet you expect me to be calm. You certainly seemed calm enough when I accused you of murder. Press harder. Wait a second, wouldn't that be the other way around? The other way around? You discovered a murdered body and one person was missing, right? Wouldn't you normally go looking for the missing person? I have to agree with the defense on this one. Well, Miss Vasquez? Logically speaking, perhaps. But no one there was thinking very logically, I assure you. Also, without his Still Samurai costume, Powers doesn't really stand out. We often left him on the bus when shooting at location. No one noticed he was missing. That's so mean. Poor Powers. Well, I suppose that explains that. That's a bullshit excuse, I'm sorry. Very well, Miss Vasquez. You may continue. I immediately called the police and Powers showed up. Okay. What was everyone else doing at that time? No one said a thing. It was silent. Completely silent. So we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Just like this silence. Silence. Hey Nick. Why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something to lighten things up. Just Phoenix going. And Dee's like, I'm going now. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying he did it. Oldbag, the security lady. Whoopsie-daisy. Why did the security lady think Powers had done it? She said because she saw him going toward the studio. Right, the Still Samurai. Did the detective arrest Mr. Powers based solely on the security lady's word? Perhaps not. She seems to have also given the detective that photograph. Of course I heard all this after the fact. That photograph, meaning the one taken by the security camera. She's not known for exhibiting the best sense of judgment when it comes to Hammer. I don't think there's anything in there I can use. I asked to be left out of the proceedings. Why? You asked to be left out? Yes. It seems that everyone else was questioned. And I'm really not fond of that sort of thing. But you need to be questioned. But you can't just decide who the police will and won't question. That literally just makes you a suspect. Thankfully, the studio thinks otherwise. They were nice enough to understand that since we were in a meeting. There was no way we could have been involved, thus they covered for us. Covered for you, or covered it up for you? There must have been a lot riding on it with all those bigwigs at the meeting. I'm sure her professionals helped convince everyone they didn't require questioning. I went back to the trailer to get my script and direction notes. Okay, why? The script and your direction notes? Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not, but why? Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio 1 for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please continue. Oh. Your Honor. I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Oh? Huh? Think. Miss Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She knew that it wouldn't be. She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Precisely. Order! Order! Mr. Ainsworth! What you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change to defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Miss Vasquez, do you have an explanation? Wow, I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in cahoots with the defense. What kind of court is this? No matter. I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe that there would be no rehearsal. Very well. The witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left him behind. Wasn't it Powers who was injured, though? How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal. He told me. Sal the director. You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done till now will have been wasted. I believe in you, Nick. Go get him. Yeah, knew that Hammer was injured, but it wasn't Hammer who was injured. But what do I present? Because it's either this or that. It must be that. No, it's not. Oh, damn it. Nope. Yeah. Whatever. It must be the picture then. Must be that one then. Let me read through the others first before I... Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's gotta be this one. Yes! You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Yeah. Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo. But that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? Exactly. I already said it. It was Sal who told... Oh, I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right. He must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. You heard Mr. Manella wrong. You saw Hammer limping? You saw Hammer limping. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't it Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. Yeah, he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Ah! And when he was doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Yes.
Order! Order! I will have order!
Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Ugh. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing.
Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? If there is a reason, it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on the matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive?
Well, I mean, from that photo 5 years ago, if Mr. Hammer supposedly did kill that person, then Dee would have been the witness to it, and she probably tried to keep him quiet from, like, I don't know. I mean, that's a tough one. That's actually a really tough one. What if I say that she didn't have a motive? Because maybe Mr. Hammer was trying to silence her. Let's see. Nick, no. Saying you can't prove it now would be admitting defeat. She'll get away. But what proof could I possibly have? I don't care if it's important, you still have to fight this one. Ugh, okay. I have proof and I'll show it to you. I present to the court evidence as to Ms. Vasquez's motive in this murder. But there's nothing I can prove. Maybe this? This is my proof.
This is the photo from before?
This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Miss Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With Dee Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial, it began on that day 5 years ago. Ironically enough, the accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, Dee Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star.
One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here, yet you have only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed Dee Vasquez, not the other way around.
Yes.
What motive would Miss Vasquez have?
Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me. And I never get rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine.
Mr. Wright, please explain Miss Vasquez's motive for the murder.
She had no motive. It's gotta be. She didn't have a motive. Because from what it sounds like, he did try to silence her because of what she saw. And he was probably getting really tired of her, like, you know, pushing him and demanding him and whatnot, so he probably thought, yeah, I'm gonna silence this woman. It's gotta be. She had no motive, Your Honor.
What's that now?
It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood.
Yes!
All Miss Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Miss Vasquez. What? What? Yeah, sounds about right. Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Powers with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill Dee Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Oh, I bet that was expensive. So you did do it, didn't you? Oh, yes. I am guilty. It was me. Aww. Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Please don't die. Please. 10 out of 10 acting. Oh dear. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose. Again. Did she have like a relationship with Manuel? That's probably why she was so devastated. Aww. I kind of feel bad for her.
Mr. Edgeworth, where's Dee Vasquez?
In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm and collected as ever. So you didn't arrest her?
I see. Mr. Wright,
Yes, Your Honor?
it appears you have brought about yet another miracle.
Thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Alright, no need to dull the moment.
Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers,
Not guilty. Woohoo! Brilliant. Oh, I feel bad for Dee though. Someone hug her.
That is all. This court is adjourned.
Although to be fair, she did have that whole mafia situation going on, so yeah. Aww. Defendant lobby number 3. Okay. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Miss Vasquez. But to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Tell me why. Huh? Tell me. Why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? I don't know. Show evidence? I don't know. I guess we'll never know. Yes, of course. Phew. I'm not sure I wanted to go down that road. Congratulations, WP. Oh? Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Oh yeah, he doesn't know. Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick Edgeworth. Oh. Hello. Hello, Mr. Angie Man. Sketchy Edgy, how you doing? Say something, right? Say something, I'm giving up on you. I'm not good at small talk. Same. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No. I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Ah, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Ah, Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Imagine if he said that out loud. I'm a big fan of your work. Liar! I said nothing. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. There's that iconic line. Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix, right? Don't ever show your face in front of me again. That's what I came here to tell you. Well, I'm sorry you can't handle your unnecessary feelings around me. I'm sorry I'm so hot. It sounded like he was saying, like, you know, I have a crush on you and I want to get over you, so go away. That's what it sounded like. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. The rivals. Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick. Tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? Well, you see, when a boy meets another boy... and so the curtain closed on another I'm sorry. I bet Naramitsu fans would be pleased about that. And so the curtain closed on another trial. It caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Sweet. Pink Princess. Oh yeah. Nick! This is it! The new show starts today! You're going to watch it with me, right? I'll admit I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards too, okay? We have to trade with Cody and our assistant. Fine, I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real willpowers. Nice. The end! Yay! Oh, that was a good one. I enjoyed that. Turnabout Goodbyes. Oh, this one's my favourite. I love this one so much, and if you know, you know. Oh my god, this is the best one. I will be doing that one next time as soon as I can, I promise. I will do that one as soon as possible. We'll save over that one. Oh my god, Turnabout Goodbyes is my favourite. Okay, that is it. Oh my god, I cannot wait to show you this one next. It's so good. It's why I love Edgeworth. You'll see why. Okay, but that's it. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one in Turnabout Goodbyes.